Veterans, my fellow patriots, 2025 is shaping up to be a landmark year for VA disability benefits. From cost of living adjustments to sweeping revisions in how conditions are rated, some changes are already in effect, others are imminent. Let's explore what's happening, why it matters, and how you can prepare. 1. 2025 Cost of Living Adjustment, COLA. What's changed? The Social Security Administration announced a 2.5% COLA, taking effect December 1, 2024, so all VA disability compensation was increased accordingly. Example: a veteran rated 30% with a spouse now gets $601.42 per month, up from the 2024 amount. Impact: this boost affects all service-connected veterans and survivors, including dependency and indemnity compensation, DIC. Effective same date, e.g., surviving spouses now receive $1,653.07 month. 2. Secure sign-in changes for VA websites. What's changing? As of March 5, 2025, you can no longer log into VA Gov, mobile apps, or My Health Event using My Health Event credentials. By September 30, 2025, DS Logon will also be retired. Required action: veterans must transition to login.gov or id.me with multi-factor authentication. Example: a veteran used DS Logon to refill medications remotely. After September, they'll need login.gov or id.me to access that feature. 3. PACT Act Toxic Exposure Expansions. What's new? The PACT Act, signed in 2022, continues to roll out expansions. As of March 5, 2024, eligibility for VA healthcare open to veterans exposed to burn pits, Agent Orange, radiation, and more. What's next? More presumptive conditions and exposure locations are being added in 2025. Veterans with qualifying service no longer need to prove the cause, just the condition and service timing. Example: Gulf War vets with newly diagnosed respiratory issues linked to burn pits are now presumptively eligible for compensation without proof of causation. 4. VA Community Care, faster access for veterans. What changed? Effective May 19, 2025. Under the Dole 21st Century Veterans Care Act, VA no longer requires a second-level review for referrals to non-VA providers. Impact: speeds up access to local specialists and reduces wait times. Example: instead of waiting weeks for VA approval, veterans can now see community doctors faster, improving treatment timelines. 5. Proposed overhauls to mental health, sleep apnea, and tinnitus ratings. These sweeping changes are proposed and likely to take effect fall or winter 2025, pending review and official publication. A. Mental Health Ratings Overhaul. Current system uses vague criteria like occupational and social impairment. New system replaces it with 5 objective domains: cognition, relationships, tasks, environment, self-care, and clear rating thresholds: 10%, 30%, 50%, 70%, 100%. Zero rating removed. Any diagnosed condition gets at least 10%. Example: a veteran with PTSD able to work but struggling with relationships may qualify for 50% under the new system, far clearer than before. B. Sleep apnea ratings revised. Current rule: CPAP usage automatically grants 50% rating. New framework: ratings changed to 0%, 10%, 50%, or 100% based on treatment effectiveness and end organ damage. 30% rating eliminated. Impact: many CPAP users could see their rating drop from 50% to just 10%. Example: a veteran whose sleep job apnea is managed with CPAP and shows improvements rating may drop to 10%. C. Tinnitus rating changes. Current system: tinnitus often rated at 10% separately. New rules: separate DC 6100 rating eliminated. Tinnitus will only be rated if tied to 0% hearing loss. Otherwise, it won't be rated separately. Example: a veteran with tinnitus alone may lose that 10% rating post-change, unless it's linked directly to hearing loss. 6. Supreme Court Case, Bufkin v. Collins, March 5, 2025. What happened? The Supreme Court ruled when reviewing how VA applied the benefit of the doubt rule. The Court of Appeals for Veterans Claims must use clear error, not de novo review. Why it matters. This narrows the scope of appellate review, making it harder to overturn VA denials, but more predictable legally. Example: if VA decision-makers are within reasonable grounds, even with some doubt, under clear error review, it may be upheld. 7. 2025. Veterans Benefits Guide, released January 14, 2025. Includes comprehensive info on compensation, healthcare, education, loan programs, veteran-specific laws like PACT and Service Acts. Action item: veterans are encouraged to download or pick one up at a local VA office. 8. Claims and appeals. Processing, record speed. Update: as of fiscal year 2025, VA has processed over 2 million disability claims, at its fastest rate ever. Why this matters? It's good news for veterans still waiting. Appeals hospitals and supplemental claims are moving faster. We stand at the threshold of significant change. What's already in effect, COLA increases, healthcare referrals, sign-in security, are immediate improvements. What's looming, mental health, sleep apnea, tinnitus rating changes, could reshape compensation eligibility by late 2025. Now is the time to act. File current claims under today's rules, especially for sleep apnea and tinnitus. Switch to login.gov or id.me before March 5. Download and review the 2025 Benefits Guide. Stay informed. Check va.gov and credible VA publications. You earned these benefits. Stay alert, stay informed, and call your VSO if you need help navigating these changes.